So I went to make coffee during my game stream one Friday night, right? Because a cup of coffee for game stream, because, got to keep going. And we just got a new coffee maker because the old one started making unfortunate sounds. I can't describe them. You just know that when the coffee maker makes the right sounds, it makes the right sounds. It makes the wrong sounds, it makes the wrong sounds. It made the wrong one. So we got a new one. And I'm like, hey, got a new one. It's nice. It's all features and stuff. So Friday, just for a stream, put the coffee cup under, put the thing in, put the pot in, close it down, crank, hit the button. And then it made a bad sound. And I'm like, and then, okay, so the coffee's supposed to come out one hole. It didn't. It went up the other way. So my coffee maker starts vomiting black buck coffee grounds. It was like when I had a stomach bleed and I was vomiting black blood. That's when my coffee maker was totally metal, just puking out. I'm like, well, I don't think it's supposed to do that. So here's my thinking. I did all my dumb. Well, maybe it was just that pod. So I take it over to the sink. I rinse it out. I clean it. I put it back. I put in another one. And you know what happened?
Same thing.
Same thing. Just, I'm like, well, that didn't work.
Was it
Hey,
like
there's
a geyser?
No, it's just sort of blah, 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 blah. It was nastier that way. So, and I'm like saying, fucking pissed off. And Sarah's like, calm the down. It's just coffee. And I'm still pissed though. And I take it over to the sink. I rinse that out again. I'm like, well, there's a button on here that says descale. Maybe that'll do it. And I have to look up how to turn it on. What you have to do is you have to hold down two different buttons while you turn the power on. Then you have to face east and count backwards from 78. Then you have to pray to the dark one with your open heart and a blood sacrifice. Then you can descale the coffee maker. So I did that, and hot water ran through it. There was no coffee in there. I'm like, okay, it's fine now. And I put a coffee pod back in. I close it. Guess what? So finally,
is it maybe a bad batch of pods?
No. It's dumber than that. So I gave up. Sarah's like, here, I have a Starbucks in the fridge. You can have that if you will shut the fuck up. So I'm like, I did. And the next day I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm looking online. Tara, this is the official way to fix it from the company. All right. This is the official fix for it. Step 1, find a paper clip. I swear to this is from Keurig themselves. Step 1 is find a paper clip, which your engineering has already failed at that point. Because now the coffee is involving stationary. You take the paper clip. I have to use a
ballpoint pen to reset my TV if we have a power outage. So, sometimes they make those reset buttons real small.
You have to take the paper clip, and then there are these little needles that go into the coffee pods that inject the water into it. You have to take the paper clip and jam it into those needles. And I talked to somebody else. They've got like a Hamilton Beach or something coffee maker. And their coffee maker, you know what? The needles are designed to come out. You take them out, take them over to the sink, you rinse them out, and you put them back in. Not Keurig, though. You got to jam a paper clip in there to clear the damn thing out.
So the problem is the needles got clogged?
Yeah. And you know what? The paper clip where I'm sitting here going,
what's that coming? I go.
Do you know the last thing I can think of?
You really would think if it's a part that can clog, it would be made to come out.
The last thing I could think of that required a paper clip as part of the maintenance. Remember that little hole on the front of the CD-ROM drive?
Yes, ifs if your CD got stuck. You just paperclip it.
And that was for computers. That was from like the 90s. That was stupid nerd.
That's when y'all don't remember this. Computers used to be beige.
Well, it was the 90s. Everything was beige. Each week, Catherine, the Radio Dead Air audience, go out in the worldwide interwebs, find all sorts of horrible stuff, bring it back here for the segment we like to call What the Fuck is Wrong with You? I'm Nash, she's Tara. This is the news, and we're going to start. This is so stupid. I'm going to start off with this. This is so fucking stupid. This needs to stop. Once upon a time, Pokemon was a cartoon from the animes with the video game. And they gave it a little card game for the kids, and they would play it in the Barnes and Noble, and it was cute. Now,
wait, didn't it start as a card game? It was a video game first?
It was a video game first. Video game first.
I thought it was a card game first.
It was not. Bless your heart.
I don't know shit about Pokemon.
Tara, how did we go from there to fucking this? FBI catches man spending $140,000 on Pokemon cards and video games with company credit card.
No.
We're fucking embezzling for Pokemon now. Iowa man will spend time before bars after defrauding his employer for over $140,000 US by using company credit cards on Pokemon cards and video games. 34-year-old Mitch William Gross of Earling, Iowa, was sentenced on August 15th to 4 months in federal prison. He also ordered to pay back $446,590.15 in restitution and will serve 3 years of supervised release once his sentence ends. Gross defrauded his employer, Ron Transportation Corporation, by misusing company credit cards, bought prepaid gift cards, Pokemon trading cards, gaming items, then disguised the purchases as legitimate business expenses. Ron is a leader in the transportation and logistics industry, no ties to Pokemon or gaming. He falsified receipts, deliberately mischaracterized fraudulent charges. Federal officials note there's no parole in the federal system. What the fuck are you doing, sir?
Padding the word count.
Well, yeah, but what the fuck?
I really hope you got some valuable Pokemans so you can sell them to pay back that debt. I hope you got a Squirchamadoo that they only printed 3 of.
We have seen embezzling here for the OnlyFans. We have seen it for drugs. We have seen it for luxury stuff like houses and clothes. You, sir, are going to federal prison for Pikachu. For Pikachu, the little electric rat. That's what you have decided. You are federal prison is what you're going to walk in there. They're going to ask what you're in there for, and you are going to have 4 months of hell.
Yeah. There's a local food truck. It's Indian food called the Charminar Express. And I know fuck all about Pokemon, but every time I drive past that food truck, I feel terrible because I always read it as Charizard. Because that's a Pokemon, right?
That's a Pokemon, yeah.
And I feel like such a dick. And I feel like that's probably racist of me in some way. I don't mean it, but it just, in my brain, the word is Charizard. And I'm sure their food is great. But Pokemon, I don't even know dick about Pokemon. It has ruined our world.
Like, I can kind of understand. We have grown people, grown men who are buying these cards like they are investment vessels, assets.
I'm like, listen, I'm not going to bag on anyone about their hobbies. I'm doing this in front of 3 shelves of fucking Funko Pops, okay? Like,
yes, but that's
if
not your
Pokemon's
retirement, Tara.
No, like if Pokemon's your thing and you enjoy Pokemon, great. Live your best life. The world is a fucking dumpster fire. Do the Pokemans, right? But like maybe I haven't stolen money from my job to get a Scarlet Witch doll.
These are grown men who are buying things for children because the idea that they are so rare that this is like the economy is really starting to buckle.
And that's the problem. Like, all the fun gets sucked out of it once it becomes valuable. Because, like, look what we've fucking done to Lego. When you and I were kids, you guys don't even know. When we were kids, there were no Lego kits. There was a bucket.
Well, no, there were kits.
They were all the same size.
They were kits. They were just generic. We had like the spaceman Lego and the town Lego and the policeman Lego.
But there weren't like special. There weren't like special
ACAB
shapes.
includes a Lego prop. But anyway.
But so like Lego's cooler now for the kids. I get that. I'm not. But like it became like a collector's item, and we ruined it for the kids.
Well, he's going to jail for it, you dipshit. Another guy going to jail.
Everybody at federal prison.
Another guy going to jail closer to my neck of the woods. This is from Berkeley County, South Carolina. Live streaming was a mistake. I think we can say unequivocally because
he says on his live stream.
It was a mistake. I tell you what. Sometimes you have to learn when to say enough is enough. And probably that's before you start streaming during your chase from the police. A Berkeley man in South Carolina has been charged after deputies say he posted a video to Facebook of himself running from law enforcement. Greater Berkeley County Sheriff's Office. A deputy and his canine partner were patrolling Cooper Store Road when they spotted a vehicle tailgating and failing to maintain its lane. Deputy attempted a traffic stop, but the driver, later identified as Rashawn Comaine Scott, 35, pretended to stop, then sped away, starting a chase that reached speeds over 100 miles per hour. During the pursuit...
You did the pretend to stop prank on the cop?
On the cop, yeah. Yeah. During the pursuit, deputies say Scott posted a video to his Facebook page of him trying to run from law enforcement. There's a lot of things I would be doing. It doesn't say he had, all right, past 5 years, Scott has had more than 4 driving under suspension charges, so suspended license, right?
They found approximately 57 grams of marijuana inside the vehicle.
So you're trying to get away from the cops. I get it. This is not the time to go, yo, chat, what's up?
No.
It's your boy. Hit that like and subscribe button. Be sure to click that bell. Because the deputies successfully deployed stop sticks and disabled the vehicle. Like, it's not a good... What the fuck do you think you're doing? Your follower count is not going to help you in the lockup.
No.
And of course, people are doing the Simpsons. Videotaping this crime spree is the best idea we've ever had. Why does that keep being relevant?
Be like, yo, how many likes to let me go? Not gonna work. Not gonna work.
Like, I fucking...
If cops wanted to be liked, they wouldn't be cops.
Yeah. Like, and obviously that's probably what... They're going to slap you with, like, reckless driving because you're obviously filming yourself live.
Yep. which means you are not driving safely. And it's become kind of a trend on TikTok for people to film while they're driving, and it really freaks me the fuck out. And like, clearly they have like the phone mounted on their dashboard, and they're like talking while they're, but still, if you're talking to your phone, you're not focusing on the fucking road as much as you should be. Even if it's not in your hand, like if you're looking into camera, you're not looking at the road. Don't do that. It's fucking stupid.
You know, the mistake here was obviously streaming to Facebook, because that's the boomer site. He should have been streaming to TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
honestly, somebody might have helped him out.
Yeah. Next up. All right. I've been having this problem myself because I've been waiting for a damn package to arrive, and I was supposed to be signature and I missed it, blah, 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 blah. You know, you're kind of at the mercy of in this case, the post office, but you're at the mercy of whatever business or service you're trying to use here. It's on their schedule because, well, that's how that shit works. You just have to take it and work around it as best you can. And work around it as best I can, I do not mean you pick up a rock. Man arrested after breaking into Redmond auto shop to retrieve phone. Man was arrested in Redmond, Washington, after he broke into Luke's Automotive to retrieve his phone. The break-in happened around 1:30 p.m. when a neighboring business employee reported seeing a person throw a rock through the front door of the closed and unoccupied shop. Police responded to the scene, surrounded the building, instructed the suspect to exit. The individual complied, was detained without incident. The suspect claimed he broke into the shop to retrieve his phone, which he said was inside his vehicle in the garage. Brother. What?
Okay.
Fucking.
I get, like, that has to suck. You put your car in the shop, you forget your phone. That has to fucking suck. I get it. They're going to open up. Auto body shops open at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
You couldn't go another 18 hours. And like, that would be hard for me too. I'm addicted to my fucking phone. I am. It's a problem. But like,
you know, so right now you are going to have to be paying bail and a lawyer and probably fines, and you're probably going to have to, pay back the cut for that class. You know what would have been a lot cheaper? Going to get a cheap fucking phone from Best Buy.
Well, all right, but like, do you know all your passwords? Because I fucking don't.
Yeah, very simply, I've got a password manager. And I know the password for that. And I've got an authenticator that I log into Google to get it. Yeah, so I got that.
Dan had us all set up with that. And I forgot the password to the password manager, and the 2-factor authentication was set to his phone, which I had shut off. So but like, if I had to start over, like, I don't know my fucking Blue Sky password. I know my email password because Google makes you do that every now and then. But I would probably just like go to sleep really early.
Here's the thing.
And get up and go get my phone.
You could, if you really desperately need a phone, go and buy a phone, right? And then use it for a day, right? And then return it the next fucking day like an asshole.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't cost you a dime, and you would not be under arrest.
Also, if you're in jail, no phone.
No phone in jail. No phone. They're very strict about that. I don't know why.
No Candy Crush in jail.
I guess they need you to pay attention in jail or something, but they're very picky about that. Speaking of jail, we got a couple of folks who are going to it because we have one of the rare stories here where everyone's a fucking idiot. Everybody. It's every single person,
for us?
everyone involved here is dumb as a brick. It's like, wow. So this one comes to us from Boston. And Boston. How you like them apples? Pair used prop money to buy $160,000 in Rolexes and diamond chains. The suspect showed off jewelry identical to what was taken in Boston on social media, with one tagging the other and writing, quote, "We made history, bro."
Why? Social media. Listen, I like social media too, but it has neurologically fucked us up.
Mm. Well, these two are our first idiots here. Two men used wads of fake money to buy a haul of very real jewelry from a shop in Boston this spring. The pair handed over $160,000 in cash, which detectives later determined had, quote, "In prop we trust" written on them. So that's the next set of idiots. In exchange for 2 Rolex watches, 2 rose gold and diamond chains, and more, the deception was only discovered 2 days after the April 25th sale, when someone at the store on Temple Place ran the bills through a money counter. Do you ever work to register, Tara?
A lot. And you have the little pen.
Like, you get a $50 bill, you are required to pull out that damn pen and write on
anything bigger than a 20.
And this motherfucker,
you're supposed to hold it up to the light to look for the little strip,
Uh-huh.
run the pen on it, and the pen was always dry as a fucking desert.
Yep.
But you had to make that shit work. Honestly, people paying over $100,000 in cash should have been your first red flag. Not that people don't do that, but I feel like it's not common, so immediately you'd want to probably check.
You know, for a $50 bill, you got to break out the pen, but this guy gets like 160 grand, and he's like, "I trust you. You look like good
also,
boys."
If it says improper trust, I promise you they didn't go to the trouble of printing it on cotton.
No, they did not. That's why
American money is not paper, it's cotton.
That's why it got fucked up in the money machine.
It had to not even feel right in your hand.
Police were able to track down both people, obtaining arrest warrants in June. The suspect showed off jewelry identical to what was taken on social media. One of the suspects is identified as Devin Johnson, 20 years old, from Tennessee, as a Boston court in July as he was in a Boston court in July 22nd to face a larceny charge on the case. Other person hasn't been identified. Prosecutors say he hasn't been arraigned, but didn't say whether he'd been arrested. Incredibly audacious scheme to purchase real jewelry. This is the kind of thing that even if you weren't involved, you might get arrested for being involved. It's that you're that stupid.
Because do you feel like maybe the person working in the shop was in on it?
Either that, or they are a complete and utter fucking idiot.
Because how stupid do you have to be? And listen, people are fucking stupid. It's what keeps us in a job.
Yeah.
But like this stupid in a jewelry store?
People are like, he had to be in on it. And yet every other week we have somebody jumping down a fucking chimney.
True. Yeah, it's true.
So you can never tell. It's like, how can you be that stupid? We have a backlog you want to find out. We got a whole playlist, baby.
You know, I don't know if you still vape, but they have found that a lot of vape juice contains lead. So we're just getting lead poisoning. Like they say boomers have the lead paint stare. We're just starting all over with that shit.
I knew what the shit was.
I'm just saying maybe that's a reason people are getting stupider.
No.
Maybe it's your vapes.
No, Tara, no.
I'm trying to reason it out.
No. So,
because if there's no reason for it, then people are just stupid, and that hurts.
Tara, we're primates. There you go, right there. The end. We're just apes. The end. We're apes with rockets. That's a bad combination. So you remember the old legends about Elvis? Aside from, die on the toilet, the banana fry. The legends about Elvis was he got a gun and he would shoot the TVs. That's the old legend. They said he would shoot TVs in his hotel rooms. You didn't know that? You never heard that?
I did not know that. No. I knew about the fried peanut butter and banana sandwiches.
Okay. Well, this, I guess, is a modern interpretation of that, only it's way dumber. It's way more dumb. Orem woman upset over cell phone, arrested after trying to shoot it. And I want to stress here, trying, which makes it worse.
Well, they're small. It's a small target.
An Orem woman was arrested over the weekend after police say she tried to shoot her cell phone. Doesn't matter if it's a small target, if it's right in front of you. It's not like it's moving, Tara. It's not running away. It's not begging for its life. Well, maybe it is if you have Siri turned on. The investigation began about 9 p.m. When an Orem resident said called police to report a bullet hole in his fence. Resident originally called police on August 4th after hearing what sounded like a gunshot and a man and woman arguing in a neighboring backyard. Police were called, but initially unable to determine the source of the noise, of course. Saturday, the owner of the property located the bullet hole, determined that neighbors had discharged a firearm, which resulted in a bullet coming through the fence. When officers questioned the neighbor, he said his girlfriend on that night, quote, was drunk and angry about her phone. She and the male got into an argument, and she grabbed the male's revolver from under his bed and went upstairs yelling that she was going to shoot her phone. Moments later, the man said he heard a gunshot from his backyard. He went outside. Girlfriend gave him the revolver and told him she was trying to shoot the phone and did not explain anything further. Officers questioned the girlfriend. She claimed the shooting was an accident, but would not elaborate on the circumstances that led to the shooting, and told me she did not want to talk with him anymore. I'm done. Go away.
Now, listen, I know Siri can be kind of sassy.
Yeah.
My sister once accidentally activated Siri in the middle of Cursing a Blue Streak, and Siri asked her if she kisses her mother with that mouth. Much to my nephew's amusement. So I know Siri can be kind of a bitch. I don't use Siri. I don't get it. I don't see the appeal, honestly.
No,
but
I don't either. No.
How much of a bitch does Siri have to be for you to decide to shoot her in her non-existent face?
How in the fucking world did you get to I'ma shoot my phone? I have been drunk. We say this many times. I have been drunk many times in my life. I have never been take a firearm to my cell phone drunk. That's an amazing kind of drunk.
This is why not everybody should have guns.
And you
not to get
missed.
all serious, but like, not everybody should have guns. I learned from Dan. He specifically bought bullets. I forget what it was about them, but he specifically bought bullets that would not go through drywall, so that he could not accidentally shoot the neighbor if he was trying to shoot an intruder. That like they would explode and embed in the drywall. Because he was very conscious of things like this.
Yes.
I just...
What do you want, buddy?
Because the thing is, the gun probably costs less than the phone.
Yeah. Which says a lot about
fucked
us.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem.
Just, if you want to know what Grady is doing there, he has this thing where he will come over here and he will yell at me and get up here. He will perch on my chair and yell at me until I get up and I follow him to the kitchen and he jumps up on the sink and I pet him there. But only there. I have to pet him on the sink. He's not trying to drink water. Although now he wants us to put his water bowl in the sink. He's not trying to drink water. He just wants us to pet him there. And he walks to the kitchen so slowly. He just saunters the whole way. He makes us follow him. And yeah, that's him.
They really just want to make sure we know that they're in charge.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Valkyrie, a cat I still cannot touch, will chase me around and yell at me until I stand still so she can do little figure eights around my ankles and rub on my legs. And if I move, she will chase me and yell at me more. They just want us to know they're in charge.
You got one more from Louisiana. And we don't usually do stories where people get hurt. And these were minor injuries, fortunately. I'm mainly doing this one because I am amazed no one is dead. That is what this is like. Everyone is lucky because this could have instantly become like multiple murders. Just fuck, like, good God. You ever play the claw game, Tara?
The claw.
You ever play
I used
one?
to be fucking bomb at the claw. Yeah. Because I couldn't roller skate. So at my junior high roller skating parties, I would go and have people pay me to win them stuff out of the claw.
Yeah, maybe this is the pro version. Louisiana man allegedly hijacked a construction crane on the highway, causing multiple car crashes, 2 injuries. Louisiana man was arrested after police say he hijacked a construction crane, obstructed highway traffic, and caused a total of 4 car crashes, ultimately leading to 2 reported injuries. Matthew Vincent, a 37-year-old of the town of Vinton, was taken into custody. He now faces 1 count of simple burglary, aggravated destruction of a highway, criminal mischief, and pedestrian on the interstate, as well as 2 counts of negligent injuring and 5 counts of hit and run driving. Louisiana State Police initially responded to reports of vehicles striking a construction crane in a work zone. Preliminary investigation found the construction crane was positioned in the median with cables hanging over the westbound lane that struck a passing vehicle before 3 additional crashes took place. So he was dangling the crane over the fucking highway.
Why?
Detectives.
Oh my God, you have to read how they caught him.
Yeah. Despite the circumstances of the crash, authorities determined the construction work was not in progress. Detectives of the state police eventually discovered a key fob for a Dodge Ram pickup inside the crane. They found the corresponding truck in a field south of the highway.
You left your fucking car keys in the crane.
Vincent was later identified as the owner of the truck. Police allege he drove off the highway through a field and it became stuck. He then allegedly abandoned the vehicle, crossed the highway, and unlawfully entered the crane, where he manipulated the crane boom over the westbound lanes, obstructing traffic and causing the crashes.
Wait. Was he trying to get the crane to rescue his truck?
We don't know.
I fucking bet you.
I bet you, yes.
I fucking bet you he was trying to use the crane to pull his truck out of the fucking grass.
It seems likely. It seems fucking likely. Crashes caused 2 reported injuries, major damage to the crane itself, significant property damage, and prolonged closure of the interstate. He's been held in correctional centers. Not immediately clear if he had obtained legal representation. You could have killed so many people. It's the interstate.
Yeah.
It's the Louisiana interstate where, we don't have speed limits. We have speed suggestions in the Southeast.
He basically caused about the same amount of damage as a fucking Avengers battle.
Yeah. Only he didn't have Spider-Man there to make sure nobody fell to their deaths and shit.
Right. Except he didn't do anything cool at all.
No. He's just like,
didn't save us from aliens.
And I know a tow truck is expensive. I've dealt with that most recently. This is not a DIY, though.
You gotta get AAA.
A crane. Even if he had actually gotten the crane into place and tried to, he would have destroyed his truck. It would have gone crunch. Like fucking aluminum foil. That's what crane do. Yeah, clip says Jake from State Farm, nope the fuck out of this. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
J.K. Simmons not touching it.
Nope.
That little red-haired kid from Progressive is just crying somewhere.
Shit. So I guess what we learned this week is sometimes
get AAA.
Just bite the bullet and pay for the tow truck. In the long run, it will cost you less money. And less murder charges. You are so lucky, motherfucker.
Yeah.
We have learned that it is possible to not only get drunk enough to try to kill your cell phone, but to fail to do so. That is an amazing amount of drunk.
I mean, if it wasn't a gun she was accustomed to shooting, it could have been like a recoil problem.
But you just stand right in front of it.
Right, but if you don't compensate for recoil, you're not going to shoot where you intend to because of the whatever. Like CJ Craig knocked herself on her ass trying to shoot a gun. It's not as easy as it looks in the movies.
We've learned that if people come in with $160,000 in cash, maybe check the shit. A little scrutiny is all you need. Just a little tiny bit. We've learned that if a business is closed and you need to interact with them for some unknown reason, it is less costly to simply fucking wait. If your options are wait or pick up a rock, choose wait. That's the better idea. We've learned, do not stream your escape from the police because it will not turn into an escape.
And even if it does,
They just go find you because you streamed the shit.
right? You're gonna live stream where you've gone.
It
Gonna
is
find
it
you.
is it is what we oldsters used to call an epic fail. And finally, we've learned if you are going to embezzle $140,000 from your company, do not use it on Pokemon cards. Son, bro.
If you're gonna embezzle 6 fucking figures, why would you not use that money to just fuck off somewhere with a non-extradition?
Aruba, Jamaica. Ooh, I won't take you. Bermuda, Bahama. They have a great exchange rate. That's not how the song goes.